So one of the narratives created by Drake and all of Aubrey's angels is that Lucian is essentially behind the attempted coup, the attempted takedown of the Drake brand. Okay. And that he facilitated the vicious attack, vicious lyrical attack, beatdown that Kendrick Lamar initiated. And that the one and only Lucian Grainge, his reason for doing this was to devalue Drake and his brand for the sole purpose of negotiation and to devalue his, and to, for the sole purpose of devaluing him for negotiating purposes. A reason that I've always said, and that many others have always said, makes absolutely no sense from a business perspective. But either way, we have a statement given by Lucian to this effect. Basically, why would I do that? It makes absolutely no sense. Lucian also says that he didn't know anything about Not Like Us dropping and the cover art and all that, because that's not his job. He's at the top. He has other responsibilities. And I'll tell you why I think that's probably true as far as initially when it first happened. You know what I mean? As it goes on, of course he knows. But look, it's a 2-page statement. We'll read through it and go from there. So, United States District Court, Southern District of New York. All right, this was filed 8/14/25, so yesterday. Declaration of Sir Lucian Grainge. And remember, y'all, this is under oath. So take that for what you will. For I, Lucian Grainge, declare as follows. 1. I am chairman and CEO of Universal Music Group, which is the indirect parent corporation of defendant UMG Recordings, Inc. 2. Plaintiff Aubrey Drake claims that I was behind a scheme to devalue his brand through the release and promotion of the Kendrick Lamar recording, Not Like Us, an allegation that makes no sense due to the fact that the company that I run, Universal Music Group, NV, has invested hundreds of millions of dollars in Drake, including long-standing and critical financial support for his recording career, the purchase and ownership of the bulk of his recording catalog, and the purchase of his music publishing rights. Now, there's a really, really big debate going on right now, and especially on X, as to what exactly that means, if Drake is in the 360 deal, so on and so forth. Look, I'm not about to go so much into that because I don't really understand the inner workings of all of this. But people are saying it's not a 360 deal. Some people are. Some people are saying UMG owns everything pre-Scorpion. Others are saying pre-certified lover boy. Y'all let me know in the comments. Either way, what it seems to me that UMG really owns the bulk of Drake's major hits. Like the part of his catalog that is valued the most is owned by UMG, which is important, because why would you purposely devalue the name and the brand of a guy whose catalog that you own the most, I guess, valuable percentage of? You know what I mean? And you're still making money because you still have licensing deals for the rest. Makes no business sense. All right, let's keep going. Number 3, it also makes no sense whatsoever, as I run a publicly traded multi-billion-dollar multinational corporation whose operations in over 60 countries covering nearly 200 markets ultimately report up to me. Our business encompasses over 100 record labels, as well as a multinational music publishing division, global merchandise, and direct-to-consumer businesses, the worldwide Virgin Music Label Services, short and long form audio-visual production, and a variety of other businesses, each with its own CEO, president, and its own management structure. All right, I want to stop there because, you know, this is important also, because if he has other CEOs and other management under him, it's not outside. It's not even that far of a stretch that he wouldn't know, about Not Like Us until well after it had already dropped and everything like that. And the reason why that's important, because it goes to the whole conspiracy theory that he was a part of this happening, of this song dropping, of it being a coordinated effort on his and others' parts, this cabal that went against Drake. It also shows that Drake is spiraling, like Kendrick said. But he says, it also makes no sense whatsoever as I run a publicly traded multi-billion-dollar multinational corporation, which means he's beholden to the shareholders and he has a fiduciary duty to do what's in the best interest of that multi-billion-dollar multinational corporation. And planning or conspiring to destroy one of its biggest artists is not in the best interest of that company and its shareholders. Now, is it? All right. Collectively, these businesses issue tens of thousands of releases and product each month. My focus is on developing and implementing the global strategy that will shape UMG for generations to come. In light of this responsibility, the proposition that I am in the weeds as to the release and promotion of any particular sound recording from the thousands of UMG releases throughout the world is farcical. All right. And farcical is relating to or resembling farce. So it's a farce, right? It's ridiculous. It's absurd. Right. So this makes perfect sense, man. He says, in light of this responsibility, the proposition that I am in the weeds as to the release. And y'all got to remember too, these diss tracks was released all, especially the last few, right? This was all within what, a couple days? Well, why would Lucian be communicating with any of these guys about this, right? And I'm not saying he was totally unaware of this battle as a whole. Oh, Drake and Kendrick is having a rap battle. But why would he be communicating with any of these people about a particular song? It makes no sense. Number 4, given my role, I am accustomed and unfortunately largely resigned to personal attacks, and I further recognize that a frequent strategy of UMG's litigation opponents is to attempt to waste my and UMG's time and resources with discovery of the sort that Drake is seeking here. So he's saying, this ain't nothing new. People try to do this all the time, and Drake ain't no different. He's just trying to ask for this and that and the other, and it's just a waste of time. But he's saying, and I further recognize that a frequent strategy of UMG's litigation opponents is to attempt to waste my and UMG's time and resources with discovery of the sort Drake is seeking here, either in an attempt to gain media attention or in an effort to force some kind of commercial renegotiation or financial concessions. So see, we have it right there. It's they recognize exactly what Drake is doing, right? This the attention thing might be a part of it, but I think the gist of it is in that last part of the statement, right? He says either in an attempt to gain media attention or in an effort to force some kind of commercial renegotiation or financial concessions. But given Drake's motion, I would like to make it quite clear that I had never heard the recording Not Like Us, nor ever saw the corresponding cover art or music video until after they were released by Interscope Records. Some people saying in this statement right here, he's throwing Interscope under the bus, but I mean, it is a fact, right? They released it. So I don't think he's throwing nobody under the bus per se. He's just stating facts. Nor ever saw the corresponding cover art or music video until after they were released by Interscope. Whilst, as part of my role, I certainly have financial oversight of and responsibility for UMG's global business, the proposition that I was involved in, much less responsible for, reviewing and approving the content of Not Like Us, its cover art or music video, or for determining the direction for determining or directing the promotion of those materials is groundless and indeed ridiculous. I declare under penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct, executed on August 14th, 2025. So he's saying under oath, I ain't know nothing about this until after the fact. None of this is in my purview. And I think the reason is essentially, right, why would I need to be deposed? I don't know anything. Okay. Now, I don't know how far that goes as far as like afterward and Drake coming to them about taking the song down, so on and so forth. I don't know what it means as far as that goes, but as to it being some sort of conspiracy and Lucian being in on it, he's like, that makes absolutely no sense, bro. I'm beholden to the shareholders. I have a fiduciary duty to them. The company has a fiduciary duty to its artists as well. So why would I be a part of something meant to devalue you if the goal is to get as much value out of you as I can, right? To increase profits. Makes absolutely no sense. So we'll see how far that goes. I mean, and the fact of the matter is this too, UMG does own a good portion of Drake's catalog, at least the most valuable portion, if you ask me. So why devalue that? Why sully his name on purpose when you own what makes the most money right now? I mean, hell, even whether it's Scorpion Certified Lover Boy, ain't nothing since then, I think, is more valuable than what they own now, right? Y'all let me know if I'm wrong on that, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll check y'all on the next one.